Friend, today we are going to learn about the principles of planning. Okay, so principles of building planning. So basically there are 10 types of building planning. First is aspect, second is prospect, third one is grouping, fourth is privacy, fifth furniture requirement, sixth one elegance, seven roominess, eight sanitation, ninth one economy, and last 10 circulation. Okay, so one by one we are learning. So first, aspect means the peculiarity of the arrangement of doors and windows in the external walls of a building, which allows the occupants to enjoy the natural gifts such as sunshine, breeze, scenery, etc. The external appearance of the building is obviously dependent upon the positions of the door and windows in the external walls. However, aspect should not be confused with the appearance of the building. Okay. For the residential building should have aspect of a particular directions. When a room gets light, air and breeze, etc. from a particular direction, the room is said to have aspect of that directions. For an example, according to our Indian condition, kitchen is always the preferred in eastern aspect in household. Why? Because the morning sun would refresh and purify the air, and kitchen would remain cool during the later part of the day. So, kitchen always eastern. Okay, eastern aspect. Living rooms have southern or southeast aspect, as the sun is towards south during cooler days, and the living rooms with the south aspect. So bedrooms have west or southwest aspect, as the breeze in the summer prevails from this side. So these are the example of aspect. Okay, now the second principle is a prospect. So what is prospect? Prospect means both revealing some notable, pleasant or redeeming feature, and also the commencement of some undesirable views in the given outlook. Means to enrich the outside good views such as sunrise, sunset, hill areas, rivers, etc. So prospect refers to the view as seen of the outside from the windows in general and door external walls. Here are some examples. If you can use this type of prospect, means here you can use your window, here you can use your window. Suppose if this side any slum areas, garbage and disposal places, you can avoid and put two windows in this direction. Another arrangement is of window. You can use here window, here and here. If you have a circular arch portions like that, so you can also use window here. So these are the different positioning of putting notable, present or redeeming features in building. So third one is a grouping. Okay, so what is grouping? Grouping means if I say in examples that living room should be next to veranda, it should be away from the kitchen to avoid smell and smog. Dining room should be close to the kitchen. Kitchen should be so arranged that the housewife can easily approach the entrance without invading any rooms. A window should be provided in such a way that she can easily keep watch at the entrance of the house and also on the children playing in the house. So grouping should can be explained in these examples. Now privacy. So this is the one of the important principles in the planning of buildings of all types in general and residential building in particular. Privacy needs consideration in two ways. One way, it's privacy of one part from the other, and secondly, it is the privacy of all parts together as a whole from the neighboring buildings, public streets, and byway. So we can divide it privacy into two types. Okay. So one for the whole building with reference to the surrounding buildings and roads, and in the second we can divide it in different rooms, bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, etc. This is achieved by the correct positioning of doors and the openings of shutters. So for examples, if I taking an example of one room, so here this is the okay, You say this is the room. If I provide door in this directions, okay, so what happened, anyone can see, or you can say from here exposed area is this. Okay, this is the exposed area. So privacy is very less in this type of door. Same thing if I am taking same room. Okay, now I am selecting door positions here. Okay, if I provide door here, so exposed area is this much. Okay, people who can stand here see only this. So this is, you can say, the area of privacy, and this is exposed area. Okay, now if I put door here, so this is third example. If I put door here, somewhere here, okay, not in this corner but in this wall somewhere here, so now this is the exposed area and this is the area of privacy. Okay, so these are the three examples, A, B and C. So internal and external positions of door. While selecting a door, okay, if I select in this corner, exposed area is less and area of privacy is maximum. If we are choosing the door in center, then exposed area is maximum and there is exposed area is maximum and area of privacy is less. If I selecting door in this type of, okay, so exposed area and area of privacy both are equal. So a large portion of the details of the any room should not be visible at a glance. For maximum privacy, single shutters are better than double shutter. Provision of frosted glasses for windows provides more privacy than plain glasses. Lowers for shutters provided ventilation as well as privacy. Now the fifth principles is a furniture requirement. Okay, now the success of function planning is revealed in turn in the plans showing detailed furniture arrangement in the various rooms. For example, the arrangement of sofa, chairs, tables, carpets, televisions and other decorative pieces in the living room, chairs and dining table in the dining room, cupboard and the refrigerator in the kitchen, bed, easy chairs and dressing table, etc. in the bedrooms. The furniture should be arranged to give maximum area of movement, convenience regarding opening of doors, windows and cupboards. Positioning of bed should give privacy, sufficient light for reading and comfortable breeze during the night. So generally a domestic building shall have a front yard of at least a 3 meter width or a minimum 45 meter from the center line of the street. In case of a building, 4.5 meter minimum wide space should be left open in front of the building and should form an inspectable part of the size. So every room intended for human habitation shall be exposed to an interior and exterior open air space of the width or dimension of an open veranda. Now the sixth element is elegance. Okay, elegance. So what is the elegance? Elegance is related to the effect produced by elevation, which depends upon the proportion of width, height, doors and windows, as also the choice of materials. The main considerations keeping in mind is the cost. Architecture, design and composition should be studied in detail as a whole for achieving success in creating an elegance in structure. Now seventh is roominess. Okay, roominess refer to the effect produced by deriving the maximum benefit from the minimum dimension of a roof. So if I am going to take an example that in roominess following observations should be needed. So if the length of the room exceeds 1.5 times the width, it will produce a cramped effect. Better proportion of length width is 1.2 to 1.5. So a square room relatively appears smaller than a rectangular room of the same area. Then small rooms should also not be made inordinately high, as they tend to produce a cavernous effect. Such rooms appear relatively smaller than their actual size. Further, the positioning of the doors in particular and windows and cupboards in general also affect the roominess. So skill is essential in making use of accommodation provided by suitable arrangement of the rooms by locating the doors and passage in such a way that the utility, livability, privacy and the exterior appearance are not adversely affected. So main parameter you can see roominess is the dimension. Okay, D for dimensions. So dimensions of the room should be arranged in such a way that the maximum advantage is obtained from the maximum dimension required for the function expected from the room. So for example, if I take an example of bedrooms, so see here, this is for room is okay principle. This is the bedroom. If I put bed here, okay, this is the entrance of the bedroom, means door is putting here. This is here toilet block, okay, attached to toilet block in the bedroom. So the person can enter from here, use this space and this space, okay. So position of door, window, cupboard, lofts and their level, as well as color treatment of flooring, walls, ceiling, etc., are all responsible for creating the effect of space. Light color will create the effect of more space as compared to dark color. So this is the one main principle of building planning is luminance. Now eighth one is sanitations, okay, sanitation. So lighting, ventilation, general cleaning and sanitary cleanliness are major parameters in sanitation. Uniform distribution of light is necessary for sanitation, particularly in schools, workshops and industry, etc. Accommodation should get light as long as it is available in the daytime. Hence, the windows are designed as vertical rather than the horizontal. Generally, minimum windows are for proper lighting is 1 to 10th of floor areas. However, it may be increased to some extent in school building, dormitories, factory, etc. to 1/5 of floor area. Very good lighting promotes hygienic conditions for the accommodated person, which increase the working capacity, accuracy, safety, and finally pleasing environment for working. Good ventilation is an important factor for comfort in building. Poor ventilation or lacks fresh air into the building produce headache, sleepiness, tiredness, and less concentration on work. So, in sanitation, there are two types of ventilation: natural ventilation and artificial, means mechanical ventilations. In natural ventilations, the fresh air is supplied into the building through windows and ventilators, where in mechanical ventilation, the fresh air is supplied into the building through fans and air blowers. Good ventilation is generally achieved by proper placement of door, windows and ventilators. Now, ninth principle is economy. Economy is one of the dominating factors in building planning and construction. To avoid overcome these limitations, we use most of the raw materials available nearby. This, along with cost of material, transportation cost is also minimized. Now, 10th and last principle of our building planning is circulations. So generally circulations, we can divide it into two types: horizontal circulation and vertical circulations. Okay, horizontal circulation and vertical circulation. So horizontal means access to the rooms on the same floor. It is achieved by provision of passage, corridors, halls and lobbies. And vertical circulations mean access to the rooms on different floors. It is achieved by the provision of stairs, staircases and electric lifts. Circulation in a building means access of internal through space, and this is divided into two types: horizontal circulation and vertical circulations. So try to learn from this video about the principles of building planning. Thank you.